Hello, it's Diana Marchand, and I make healthy eating and living simple for you so you can live a life of vibrant health and energy. And welcome to this video. Yes, it is kind of one of those Happy New Year, let's go set some goals video, but kind of not really. So, um, so watch it, see if it can relate. If you can relate. So yes, it is the beginning of a new year, and I do love beginnings. Always loved first dates. I love beginnings because it is so exciting. There's so many possibilities. And yes, in 1 year, you can have a completely different life. You really can. I know you know somebody who has made huge changes in 1 year and now has a completely different life. So let's think that that could be possible for you. If you're somebody who needs to change things in your life, then yes, it is possible that you can do it within this year. Don't go back into old thinking where you think last year, really, I said I was going to last year and I never did. So what makes me think that I can do it again this year? That's what we tend to fall into, right? Do you really believe that it is possible for you to make changes, positive changes in your life that can have you leading, feeling, maybe even looking so different by the end of the year? Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, it is. And I even have a story of my life that I'm going to share with you too if you really stay tuned and continue watching this video. So it's a lot of self-doubt that creeps up when we say we want to make some changes, when we say we want to do something, maybe we failed at it before, whether it's trying to lose weight, whether it's trying to change eating, whether it's trying to do anything new in your life that you want to do. Yes, our old patterns, beliefs, thoughts, self-doubts, everything comes up to haunt us and to stop us. But you cannot let that happen to you. You know, it's all this stuff comes up and it's like, don't set yourself up for failure again. Just go with the flow this year. Just accept what is. Be realistic. Accept what you can change and what you can't change and just live with it. I know because I have heard those things over and over and over again. My whole growing up, that is what I heard. It's limited thinking and it is not right at all. The thing is we get this belief that that is the way life really is, that we're being unrealistic to want more, to believe that there is more for us, but actually that is wrong. So the majority of the society believes in limited thinking, but they're actually the ones who are wrong because we do not have to think that way and really anything is possible. But you really need to know, what do you want? So what do you want for yourself this year? What do you truly desire? Have you thought about it? Have you allowed yourself to say, this is what I'm claiming this year, this is what I want, this is what I truly am going to get? Have you allowed yourself to think that is possible? What do you like about your life? What don't you like about your life? What would you like to change? And how are you going to change those things? Have you thought about things that you can do to begin to change them? I know when we do sometimes we get an overwhelm, we get stuck, we think it's not possible, we can't get it all organized or thought out, so we get overwhelmed, we get stressed, and we get stuck. But I don't want that to hold you up this year. Are you happy in your life? Or are you going through your days just living each day almost like a zombie, going to work, sleeping, eating, doing what you need to do to get through the day and then just waiting for the next day or waiting for the weekend and really not enjoying your life? Are you sick and tired of being that way? Especially if you're closer to your midlife. You've got to realize by now that, oh my God, I haven't done some of the things I wanted to do, or I am still living this kind of life that doesn't seem right for me. Maybe your kids are grown. They don't really need you anymore. So you are now have this time for yourself. It is now time to make changes. You can make changes. You can do things you want to do. But yet you don't really know what that is. You don't really know what you want, who you are, how you feel about things. You feel maybe disconnected. You feel maybe a bit lost, but you're not sure how to get on track. You're not sure how to get your passion back, your excitement back. You feel flat. You feel like something's not right. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is your intuition talking to you. That is something from within saying that something needs to change. And you see, the thing is that if we ignore that voice, if we ignore those messages, if we ignore that those feelings that come up that are telling us, I want something more. There's got to be something more. I know something's not right. It doesn't feel right. Even though things in your life can seem perfect, you could have the right husband, you could live in a beautiful place, you could have a great job, but yet something's not right. You feel kind of dead inside. You feel you've lost your passion, you've lost your spark. What is it? But you can't put your finger on. There is something. It's not your imagination. It means that there's something inside of you that is waiting to come up and to be recognized and to be acknowledged and to be dealt with. This really happens to women who are close to 50. It must be this big 50 year. I have gone through this. I completely changed my life. Yes, it was scary. Yes, it was unlike anybody I know in my immediate future, in my immediate crowd and family. I grew up with old patterning. I grew up with, it's taken me over 20 years to finally step into something I've really wanted to do. Because I grew up with mother and family who really did, their generation was so much different than ours. They grew up in lack, in sacrifice, in scarcity. To them, safety, secure job, husband, a good home meant everything in the world to them. But to me, it never sat right with me. It was never, ever what I really wanted. I just thought it was what I wanted because everyone around me, and I was always told this was what I should want as a woman, was a good husband, was a good home, was a stable job. Those never resonated. I was never felt happy. I complained all the time because I was so focused on the things I didn't want, that didn't feel right to me. So I was told that I was selfish. I was told that get my head out of the clouds. I'm living in a fantasy world. I am not one of those people who am meant to have wealth or special things because we are not like them. We are not special. We are not like that. We just have to live with what we got, accept what is, and be happy with it. So when I chose to take a different turn and, kind of move here 2001 without a job, without anything, completely leave my stable, secure job, my family and friends thought I was crazy. Although I had been talking about it for so many years, so they weren't really shocked. But for me, it was a huge step because I was always told what I really wanted in life was unrealistic, was a fantasy land, was not true. I was crazy to think that. What was wrong with me? I was selfish. I was irresponsible. And I was not normal. Why am I not normal? Why don't I want the normal things? So I was raised thinking that something was wrong with me, that I was unlike anybody else, that no one could understand me, that no one would really love and accept me as a wife, as a girlfriend, as anything, because men don't want women like me. So there's a lot of patterning. There's so much that held me back from really doing the things in life that I wanted, for doing some sort of career or job like I'm doing now that I knew I always wanted. Yet I was told that it was not possible and that I should just look for a secure job. So I did, and I stayed in stable office jobs for years and years and years. I was never happy and fulfilled. And then when I'd want to take off, I was told I was running away from life, or I was avoiding life, or I was avoiding reality. I was, being selfish, all these things when I was trying to go towards something I love, to a life that I love. I was told that that was selfish. I was running away from my problems. But now I see that all of that was so wrong and that held me back. And I see it happening to so many people around me and to so many women that I have worked with. These beliefs and patterns that are not ours. They are from our family. They're from people we know. They're from everybody we grew up with. They're from our society. They're from the people we hang around with. They aren't true to who we are and to what we choose and want to believe. There's nothing flawed about you. If you want more to life than just what your parents had or what your friends have now or something, if you feel there's a calling within you, if you feel there's something in you that you need to change and you want to change but you're embarrassed, you feel it's not right, you don't deserve it, you should just be happy with what is, why do you want more? Then I want to tell you, you deserve to live the life you truly desire and you truly want. Whatever that is, if it is doing good for you and others, then it is good. I know this is a weird off-topic thing for me, but it has been something I've been working on for a long time. And I've had some deep work lately and really thought about this. And this morning, I actually became aware of how deep those past about what people would say to me when I was growing up, how much that deeply hurt, that what I wanted in life didn't matter. It was selfish. It was foolish. It was just a dream. It wasn't reality. And how that screwed up my thinking and my self-belief. So I want you to take some time and just think, can you relate to any of this? Does this relate to you? Can you feel this in any aspect of your life? And just believe and know that it's not you. It's not real. It's not true. These are other people's beliefs. They're other people's things. They're not yours. You do not have to live a life that doesn't feel right to you. You can make huge changes in 1 year. You can make huge changes in 1 month, in 2 months. What are you being called to do? What do you feel? What's coming up? Let it come up. Open up to it. Believe in it. It is you. It's your inner voice. It's your intuition talking to you. That's my message for 2015. It's not necessarily about make a specific goal and blah, blah, blah. But it is about listening to you and acknowledging what you want and what you truly desire and knowing that it is possible. Thank you so much for listening to this long-winded video. I hope that I made you think, and I hope that it helped in some way. If it did, please feel free to email me and message me. I would love to hear. Thank you so much for joining me on this video, and have a great day.